It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Carolina Panthers and the San Francisco 49ers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Lance going to put it up right away. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good size run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your two safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that second level and third, and that's what they were able to exploit.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Second and 9. The Lance going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing his Lance on third down. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Looking for Gray and finding him once again. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Check three. Maybe. It's a safety creep. Check.
And now here's a carry heading left. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
He's coming.
43 rail. Ultra. Go ultra. Hut.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets them set at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he's got some space here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. Slot man moves right. They'll run with Foreman. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
"7-7, our score after 1. They run again with Foreman. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll run here with Hubbard. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Hubbard again. Yeah, this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Foreman is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On play action, Lance. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
On 3rd and long, it's Lance. Able to find Gray here. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fielded at about the 28. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Corral. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A carry for Foreman. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Gonzalez's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that flag accepted. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. Here's Foreman. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Deontay Foreman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
Mike 13, Mike 13. He's coming, he's coming. Check in. All day, man.
Okay, ready?
Big gap, big gap, big gap.
Hut, hut.
Shit, watch
560.
the shit, watch the shit. Tighten up, tighten up.
Hey, go Fury.
Kill.
Hut, hut.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. This will be caught at Samuel. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
On 2nd down, here's Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Lance. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Danny Gray, 78 yards. And the 49ers have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Right back to Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Switching it up, Corral going to throw here. Sliding out of the pocket toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Corral. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball.
Ready. Black. 95. Gone red.
Lance now on 1st down. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Lance now to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Gray. Now he's signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few. Out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Patterson's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets them set at their 25-yard line. Corral to throw on first and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Lance. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Patterson's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it. Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Deontay Foreman, the intended target out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Now Foreman. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Ready to go.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
They're right down here looking for 6.
Hey, go steal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they'll run again. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Charles, still a 1-possession game. Remember, it could have been 2 after they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but their defense holds strong, and so this is a huge possession coming up here.
You're certainly right about that, partner, and a lot of people look at them going for it on 4th down as a failure when they didn't get it. But there's also their way of saying, hey, we have confidence in our defense because they went out and held them, got the ball right back for them. So nice stand for them. Momentum can swing back to their side if they have a good drive here.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Switching it up, Corral will throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Patterson now for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Foreman, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. Come on here, come get some.
Off play action. Here's Corral. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Foreman. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 119 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 16, Corral. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. Deontay Foreman saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Panthers have taken a 4th quarter lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Lance to throw on second down here. Dancing to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Desperation time here. Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have the Niners 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. What a time for his first catch as they get the conversion on 4th. On 1st down, Lance. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, 49ers. Danny Gray with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the 49ers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point try now for Patterson. And that will make this a 4-point game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
131 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Again, it's Foreman. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Throwing here, Corral. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. First down, Foreman. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll keep it on the ground. Foreman, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Quick throw by Corral. It's complete. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll go with Foreman, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Deontay Foreman taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Panthers are able to move back in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Come on, set, 50, green, snap, red. Trouble, 38.
Here's Lance. Oh, what a catch by Samuel. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Lance back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Lance. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And this game is tied. Game this has been, and now overtime will decide who goes on to play in the NFC Championship. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it after the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs. Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
A 3 and out could really hurt here in this opening drive of overtime. Big third down coming. Lance with a first throw in overtime. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. A nice start for them here to overtime, and maybe the plan here is don't do anything too crazy. Don't try for some big play, Charles. Just move the chains, put the pressure on the defense.
Well, these early first downs are certainly nice confidence builders as they begin overtime, because even though you've just played 4 quarters, the feeling's entirely different when you take the field in OT, because you just want to settle in, as you suggested, keep the ball moving, and rely on your opponent to make that first big mistake.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. That's complete left side to Gray. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Things now, Charles, looking pretty good here. A great opportunity to try to cash in for 6 on the opening possession of overtime.
And what I'm liking, Brandon, is what I see down on the sidelines. I see a defense huddled up and ready to go, already preparing for their opportunity to go on the field.
Oh, and it's intercepted. picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Panthers are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. That is just a gigantic interception here in overtime of this playoff game. And now, Charles, all they need is 3 to win it.
That's exactly right, because now one possession, one field goal gets it done. They force a lot of big turnovers in the regular season, Brandon, but none come bigger than that one right there. Here in the playoffs, they've got a chance to put this one away.
They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now what can Corral do here in overtime? He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Incomplete. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
Fourth down. Here's Corral. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And he's got room. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
And the Niners will continue on as we say so long, everybody. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.